business early on here. Runners on first and second, nobody down.
Yeah, that was a slow hit ball. Didn't have time to get it to second for the easier fourth, so I had to get to first. And Bruner did a good job of getting down that line in a hurry, drawing that little errant throw there probably. But Washington in business here, runners the first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning.
There's a pitch high and outside for ball one. 1-0 the count to Jesse Puck. As Puck, a shortstop.
He's our leading hitter on the team, batting an even 500, 18 hits and 36 at-bats, 6 doubles, 2 home runs.
Swung ground ball, right side, past the second baseman Yankovic into center field. One run will come in to score. The throw cut off by Hoffman, thrown to third, can't get her there. Now the runner from first to second just going to walk her way to second base is toying with Gunner to throw the ball, and she wisely did not. And runners on second and third after the second hit of the inning. 1-0 Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Yeah, Washington's come right off the bat, done a nice job of swinging it here in the top of the first inning. A base hit, an error, and a base hit. Runners the second and third, still nobody out, and they're ahead 1-0 here.
Brings up Dana Riley, the right fielder. Washington split with Waterloo West last night to make the record 6-8. This was popped up right side, going to be out of play.
Got a baseball game coming up here on our right, I think.
Central DeWitt Sabres came in for level two. The sophomores, Coach Werner and company, getting ready to host here at Exide Field to our right. So plenty of sports action up here. 3 softball diamonds going, and then the lower level baseball. And of course, baseball coming up tonight. West Delaware Hawks varsity team in action for 2 games against South Tama. We'll get to see some of that as we're calling that last game here from the tournament, as Maquoketa Valley is playing to beat Waller. We'll have that for you at 5:45. There's a ground ball, left side, bobbled by Morrison. And the second error of the inning here by the senior shortstop, Haley Morrison, and runners on every base here for the Warriors of Washington.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of hitting the ball so far. It's kind of in very, very good spots. They've had a couple of them right back up the middle where nobody could get to them. But right now, timing Kristen Wegman's pitching very well.
This one popped up. Shallow center coming on. Tolles will make the catch. He'll fire it in. Hoffman with the cut. No chance to tag up as Packingham flies out. The F8 fly out to the center fielder toe for 1 down here. Much needed there for the Hawks.
Yeah, it was. And Emily Tolles did a nice job of circling around that. Whoever third really didn't do a good job base running. She kind of went down the line about 6-8 feet and had to turn around and come back and tag. And by the time she did that, no chance to try to advance. But Emily Tolles did a nice job getting it in. A good job of cutting that off, too, by Bridget Hoffman.
So 1 down, a foul ball there off the bat of Grace Stockmaster, the third baseman. There's a strike to the outside corner of the knees. For strike 2, 0-2 the count. There's a ball outside for 1-2 the count. 2-0 Northland beat North Fayette Valley in the first game here on Cedar Masonry Field. A game that lasted about 58 minutes. Quick 7-inning game. There's a strikeout there. Stockmaster goes down swinging for the second out. Brings up Erica O'Lear as looking there. Did not take the bat off the shoulder. Stockmaster goes down for the second out. Erica O'Lear here, the first baseman standing in. So Northland with a win over North Fayette Valley, 2-0. Williamsburg all over East Buchanan, 16-0 in 6 innings. And the final we're waiting for, Independence was leading Monticello 5-4 in the 7th. Final on the board. And could not see the reaction of either team as Monticello was threatening. They had 2 runners on with 1 down. So waiting to hear if they were able to come back and get that walk-off win or not. We'll have that. We'll find out that shortly here. As O'Lear stands back in with the 1-2 count. 2 down, bases loaded. There's a ground ball left side. Morrison chance to redeem herself, and she does. Morrison deep in the hole, fires to Hoffman, And the 6-3 put out. Ground out to the shortstop for out number 3. Washington does scoot across to jump on the scoreboard for 1 run. 1-0 CR Wash. This is the West Delaware Softball Invitational from KMCH Sports.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Private Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at TriVetInc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercials, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
GNB Bank Manchester, for your banking, loans, and trust, member FDIC. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Don & Walt LLC in Manchester. And Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
John and Bill back with you from the Beckman Sports Complex here in the top of the second. 1-0 Cedar Rapids, Washington. As standing in, Bridget Hoffman. 5, 6, 7, Hoffman, Wegman, and Collins here for the Hawks. Ball outside. 1-1 the count now as the pitcher, Peyton Bruner for Cedar Rapids Wash. Two and one now the count to Hoffman.
Coach Jones excited last night that Bruner beat Waterloo West 2-1. She had a very, very well pitched, well played game last night.
There's a ground ball left side. Hoffman be thrown out by the third baseman Stockmaster. The 5-3 put out for out number 1.
Yeah, Hawks look like they're still maybe just a little impatient. Bruner doing a nice job. It seems like the pitches that the Hawks are swinging are on the inner portion of the plate, and they really haven't been able to get a good cut at one yet. And when Bruner's missing, she's missing outside. The Hawks are doing a nice job of laying off of that pitch.
Wegman standing in here. The 6th batter for the Hawks. As Wegman grounds this one left side. Puck is there. Fires across. 6-3 put out for out number 2.
They're doing a good job by the Cedar Rapids Washington infield. They've fielded 4 plays flawlessly so far in the infield, doing a nice job. Bruner getting the Hawks to beat the ball into the ground.
And it brings up Megan Collins, the senior right fielder. One of 6 seniors on the team. That final from the Monticello game, the Panthers did come back and win on a walk-off 2-run double. 6-5, Monticello came back and scored 2 runs in the 7th to win. Here's a little floater left side, hit the pitcher's glove, I should say. Went near the third baseman. Stockmaster got it, fired to first, but not in time as Collins able to get there. And the infield hit gives the Hawks their 2nd hit of the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the Hawks, both hits were 2 outs in the inning, and really, that's tough to try to get a rally going with 2 outs here. But Caitlin Mangold will step in there and try to get something going here for the Hawks.
There's a strike to Caitlin Mangold here, the left fielder. Mangold, the sophomore, 22 at-bats, 14 runs, 6 hits. Fouls this one back. 0-2 the count here to Mangold. Hitting .273 is Caitlin.
Game off to our left, Coolman Quarries Diamond. Edco and Dubuque Waller just getting underway. Edco is the visitor, so they're up a bat.
See the Vikings later on today at 4 o'clock matchup as they take on West Delaware. Bill and Jamie will have them tomorrow morning at 10:45 as well after the first game of the day. West Delaware taking on Dubuque Waller tomorrow morning. Then at 2:15 tomorrow afternoon, it will be the Hawks in action against Maquoketa Valley. There's a strike called, and Mangold takes it looking on the inside corner for strike number 3. So Hawks leave another runner. We go to the bottom of the second inning. This is Hawks softball tournament coverage from KMCH Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com, simply better banking. Beafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
Boneycamp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
And welcome back into the Beckman Sports Complex here in Manchester. John Swisher, Bill Logan back with you. Bottom of the second, 1-0. Cedar Rapids, Washington leading the West Delaware Hawks. The ball outside there to the number 8 batter, Emily Olaire, the second baseman. 8-9-1, Olaire, Peterson, and Riley. Here for Cedar Rapids Wash, coming in 6-8. The Hawks 12-9 on the year. Last time out for the Hawks was Wednesday night, a home sweep of Independence at Sill Field. And Cedar Rapids Wash played last night against Waterloo West and beat them in a split. And there is a ground out right side. Stepping on the bag is Hoffman for the first out. For out number 1. And there is a pop-up right side in front of the dugout for out number 1. It was a swinging strike off a drop third. Thank you. Yes. I looked back. I saw the ball going down there. Yep. So they pop out to the first baseman. So Hoffman's been involved in the first 2 plays. For 2 outs here, he brings up Ann Riley. Riley, top of the order, got on with a hit to center and scored. Her first time up in that 1-run first inning.
Yeah, she hit the ball hard, went right back up the middle, did a nice job of getting in, and then ran the bases very long. She came around and scored on the RBI single by Puck. Strike called on the outside corner.
1-1.
1-1 the count. And Riley brings the ball outside, 2-1 now.
Edco went scoreless in their half of the first inning. Now Waller up to bat off to our left.
Ball outside. Himes keeps it in front of her. Ball 3-1 the count. Kristen Wegman coming in, her 13th start, 8-7 record, 92 innings pitched into the day, 104 hits given up, 65 runs, 2.7 ERA, 240 batting average. Opponents are hitting against her. And this is a strike, and the count's full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ann Riley.
It'd be nice to come back with a 1-2-3 inning here just to get that confidence thing going back here for the Hawks. Struggle there in the first inning. A couple of hits, a couple of errors led to a run. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3.
And down go the Warriors in order here. We go to the third now. Still 1-0. Cedar Rapids, Washington. Hawk softball, KMCH Sports.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. New house construction and concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential projects, call Phil at 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa Telephone, your electronics connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions.
Citizens State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776. From complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Tribet Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at tribetinc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Into the third inning, quick moving contest here, half hour old from the Seedorf Masonry Diamond inside the Beckman Sports Complex. Swing and a miss on the number 9 batter, Heidi Yankovic here for the Hawks, the second baseman. 9-1-2, Yankovic, Toll, and Kolak. 2 up for the Hawks here. So they trail Cedar Rapids, Washington, game 1 of the day for both these teams. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the pitch well outside. Yankovic went at Jason and came up empty for the third strikeout. First swinging variety for the Hawks offense for out 1 here in the third. It brings up Emily Toll, grounded out to the second baseman O'Lear, and her first time up in the first inning.
Well, now we'll see how well the Hawk hitters have adjusted to the pitching of Bruner here. They've only got 1 ball out of the infield here so far, so see if now that they've all been through the lineup once and seen her, see if they can maybe do a little more attacking and get after the pitching. Bruner doing a nice job of moving that ball in and out. Not up and down so much, but doing a great job moving it in and out.
And there is a bunt attempt on the right side. No good by Emily Toll. She'll stand back in. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, need to get some base runners. First and second inning, they got a base hit for both innings after 2 were out.
There's a bunt right in front of the plate. Catcher hops on it, but good speed by Toll. Anything that deads itself right in front of the plate or to the left side, usually able to be pretty much automatic. And Toll gets on with her first infield hit of the day, as Liz Kolak will come up now.
Catcher Ann Riley's just going to say, that's not fair. That ball was about 5 inches out in front of home plate. She came out barehanded, picked it up nice, accurate throw to first, but Toll shows her that speed and just beats it out.
There's a throw down on the steal. Toll able to get in there safely. Not a bad throw. Made a close play, but Toll stolen base.
Number 22 out of 22 attempts this year on stolen bases for Emily Toll, but that's what the Hawks need is base runners, because then they can create some things. And now Liz Kolak with an ideal opportunity here with the speed at second base and 1 out to tie this game. Dubuque Wahlert ahead bottom of the first inning. They scored 1. They lead Edco 1-0.
And standing back in is Kolak here. Swing and a miss at the pitch inside off the plate. 1-2 the count here to Kolak.
Yeah, there again, that's a great location by Bruner. That pitch is probably not going to be called a strike on that inner portion, but it looks good enough that Kolak couldn't hold up on it.
This one fouled tip off the end of the bat on the outside corner, protecting the zone there. And back in and ready. The 1-2 to Liz Kolak. Outside, hits it right side. O'Leary, the second baseman, able to toss it to first for the putout. 4-3 variety. Ground out to second baseman for out number 2. His Toll advances to third with 2 down. Brings it past Ashley Himes, who got a base hit to right and was stranded back in the first.
She's been the only base hitter in the game here for the Hawks so far. Has actually hit the ball good and hard. Got that base hit in the top of the first inning with 2 out. It'd be nice to see her come up with hit number 2 here.
Takes a strike. Right above the knees on the outside corner, strike 1.
Harden's batting .298 on the year. Bat's coming line. She started off the year struggling quite a bit at the beginning of the year, but 17 hits and 57 at-bats, 1 home run, 12 RBIs.
Chopped left side. Third baseman had it go off her glove. Himes not able to get there as third baseman, good job sticking at that play. Stockmaster regained control of the ball, fired at first, and got Himes hustling down the line. The 5-3 put out for out number 3 ends the Hawks' threat there. Leave a runner on third, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. This is Hawks softball, KMC Sports.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
GNB Bank Manchester, for your banking, loans, and trust, member FDIC. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester, Don & Walt LLC in Manchester, and Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com, simply better banking. Beafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
Welcome back in. Beckman Sports Complex here in Manchester. John and Bill with you on this sunny Friday morning. A ball now a strike to Peyton Bruner, the number 2 hitter for Cedar Rapids. Washington reached on an error her first time up in the 1-run first inning. Washington leads this game 1-0, bottom of the third. This one laced down the line, right side, just inside the first base coaching box. And her first base coach scattering out of the way.
Avery Carter, yeah, she didn't. It's probably a good thing she didn't move. That thing was hit hard, and she probably would have tried to wreck. She might have ran right into that.
She did jump back a tad.
Yeah.
As there's a ball outside. Ball 2-1 the count. Got some action going on over here as Edco.
They just scored 2. Yeah, they just scored 2 runs here in the top of the second inning, take a 2-1 lead over Waller.
Swing and a miss there. Bruner goes down for out number 1 as Edco and Waller. 2 teams looking for their second win of the year. 2 teams struggling this year so far. Edco 1-21, Waller at 1-22. And here is Jesse Puck. Puck hit a single to center, RBI her last time up, scoring the lone run of the game. Jesse is only a sophomore. She's getting looks from area colleges, including Division I. Major one that's after her is University of Indiana. Hoosiers have been really paying attention to her. Her brother AJ is a D1 player, plays at Florida, former standout at Cedar Rapids, Washington a few years back, competing for the Gators in Florida now. In baseball, there's a ball off the plate, 1-2 the count here to Jesse Puck.
And did you hear where he might be drafted next year?
Either Dodgers or Cubs with that kind of...
Well, you know what? Either team would be darn happy to get him. There's a call, third strike. They're talking possible number 1 overall pick next year.
Really?
I was watching a thing on TV the other day. They were talking about next year's draft, and they were during the College World Series, and he was pitching, and they were talking about a potential number 1 pick next year in the college draft. Wow, that'd be awesome.
I didn't realize he was that good. There's a ball into center field. Is Toll coming on to make the throw in after it bounces in front of her as Riley gets a single in the center. 3 hits. Now the game for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Yeah, he's a left-handed starter. They're worth a lot of money, left-handed starter.
Oh, absolutely.
Good pitch. Called it a ball, but that was a good pitch.
Just off the plate inside to Brandy Packingham. The left fielder, Packingham, is one of the seniors. Ball that misses there, 2-0 the count. And there's a strike taken, 2-1. And the 2-1 is downstairs, ball 3, 3-1 the count.
Yeah, trying to keep it away from Packingham. Got a little bit of pop in that bat. She's got 15 hits, 2 doubles, a home run.
This ball is grounded up the middle into center field. So be back-to-back base hits into center. Runners on, first and second with 2 down.
Yeah, and all 4 of their base hits have been base hits just like that, right back up the middle. So that's some good hitting. And I would credit some of that to Erin Jones, and probably what she probably instructs some of these kids is, don't try to overpower, just hit the ball right back where it came from. They've done a nice job of that today against Wegman.
The ball missing the zone here to Stockmaster. The third baseman struck out looking her last time in the first.
An 8th grader, their second leading hitter on the team.
Pops this one up shallow center, coming on the run. Toll puts it away. The F8 fly out to the center fielder for out number 3. 2 left on after 2 hits. We go to the 4th now. Still 1-0 Cedar Rapids Wash. Hawk softball from KMCH Sports.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes and their communities.
Boneycamp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. New house construction and concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential projects, call Phil at 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa Telephone, your electronics connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Capital, your partner for growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna, member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776. From complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
John and Bill back with you from the Beckman Sports Complex here in Manchester on this Friday late morning. Hawks trailing Cedar Rapids, Washington in game 1 By the score of 1-0. This one is hit deep to left field into the gap. It'll bounce all the way almost to the bottom of the fence as Morrison turns the corner heading into third. She'll slide in safely with a leadoff triple. Haley Morrison, after striking out, looking her first time up, and a couple errors in that first inning, makes up for it there with a triple. She tries to get her team back in this game to tie it up.
That's what I was talking about last inning. It's that second time through now. She took that first pitch and just drilled it very, very hard. A nice shot left center field all the way to the fence. And that's the way to start that inning, get that runner at third with nobody down.
For Morrison, it's her second triple of the year. She came in hitting .377 on the season. 27 hits now for Haley.
And weirdly enough, the only 2 triples of the year.
That's right. She has them both. There is a chopper left side. Third baseman looks at Morrison and fires the first for the putout. Routine there is Hoffman, another ground out to the third baseman for out number 1.
Yeah, that's good infield defense there. Third baseman Grace Stockmeyer, just a eighth grader. Nice job of got it. Turn around and look Morrison back to the baseman and turn around. Nice, accurate, strong throw to first base, and unable to get that runner in from third. So here's a big at bat by Wegman to help herself out. You want to be able to get that run in here and tie this game up.
Kristen grounded out to the shortstop. Her first time up in the second. Stands in here and takes a ball outside after the first pitch was a ball. 2-0 the count. Here to Kristen Wegman.
And you see what happens Washington in the infield. Second baseman, shortstop. They're in a couple steps. So if the ball gets hit to them, they basically be looking and trying to stop that run from coming in at third.
2-1 the count with 1 down. Runner on third base. Sox try to tie it up here in the top of the fourth. 1-0. Edco still leads Dubuque Waller 2-1 in the top of the second in that game. Bottom of the second, I should say. Here's a base hit into left field. Morrison will score, and Kristen Wegman has helped herself out and tied this game up at 1 apiece here in the top of the fourth with 1 down.
Yeah, she did a nice job there, just going right with that pitch, not overswing, just did a nice job getting it, driving that run, scoring now 1-1, and now we have a courtesy runner. That is number 2, Megan Hofer.
Right fielder number 14, Megan Collins, now batting.
Megan Collins, right fielder, standing in. She got infield hit her first time up in the second.
1 out.
For Wegman, her 11th RBI of the season. She is
Megan Hofer.
5th in the team in that category.
Megan Hofer.
As Wegman coming in hitting .238. That'll help the batting average go up. The RBI hit the left field there. She's on first with 1 down. Collins standing in. This one's popped up right side. Second baseman able to get to it. They're back towards right field. Make the catch. Pop out to the second baseman for out number 2 here in the fourth. Brings up Caitlin Mangold now.
They're getting a great location on that pitch. Bruner is doing a fantastic job of being able to spot that ball, and she's really doing a nice job. And I talk all the time about how a pitcher's got to be able to control that inner portion of the plate. Bruner doing a nice job of that today.
Mangold struck out looking here last time up. Swats at this one. First baseman makes a nice play over there. Stretches out for that one. Grabs it, steps on the bag for the putout. First base unassisted there for out number 3. Hawks do get a run and tie the game up. Bottom of the fourth we go. 1-1. This is Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Private Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at TriVetInc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
Back into Manchester. Bottom of inning number 4 here. Erica Allaire, the first baseman, stands in against Kristen Wegman. Takes a ball, 1-0 the count as Allaire grounded out to the shortstop Morrison her first time up in that one-run first inning. 1-1, we're tied. Here at the bottom of the 4th. Sierra watch the home team here via the coin flip. This one is hit deep to center field on the run with her back towards third base. Cole makes the grab, basket catch on the run for the FA proud number 1. Fly out to the center field that brings up Emily Allaire.
Yeah, Erica, she's got to be a little bewildered right there. She hit that ball hard, and if she hit it to any other of the outfield other than Toll, she can just flat out chase him down. She did a nice job of just running that thing down. Off the bat, that looked like probably at least a double, but Toll did a nice job of catching it with her back to the infield.
Emily Allaire, the sophomore. Now Erica Allaire. Erica, the freshman. Now Emily, the sophomore, standing in. 16 on the roster for Cedar Rapids, Washington. 2 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, 3 freshmen, and 3 eighth graders.
Waller just come back to tie the game at 2.
Outside pitch, and it's driven on the ground into center field. Will be a base hit off the bat of Emily Allaire, the 5th hit of the ball game for Cedar Rapids Wash.
Yeah, each team now with 1 run on 5 hits, so both teams are competing very, very evenly here today. And Hawks trying to keep this active winning streak here. They've got, I don't have the record. It'd be nice to have that, what the record is through the Hawks Softball Invitational through the years, but they've done very, very well through the years. But we've got a lot of different formats.
You don't have that?
I don't have it. I didn't keep the stuff from 20 years ago.
You usually keep everything.
I do, but there was a point where I had to start getting rid of stuff. It's getting too heavy to carry.
There is a point?
There is a point. You will find that someday.
Yeah, I've started throwing. You can't keep it all.
No.
As there's a bunt right side coming on. Hoffman, quick throw. Nice job by Bridget getting to that in a hurry, then firing. Teljakovic covering second base for the sacrifice there. The 3-4 on the putout for out number 2. Brings up the top of the order, and Riley.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the number 9 hitter, getting that butt down and getting that runner over in scoring position. When, even though that's the second out, you got your top of the order coming in. She's already got 1 hit this game, so good move there by Cedar Rapids, Washington. Nedco got out of the jam there. Waller had the bases loaded there and tied the score 2-2, but they got the last out at home to keep that score tied 2-2 in the 3rd inning.
Want to know the count here to the batter and Riley. Wegman ready. Pitch outside and low. And Monticello came back and got that 6-5 win in game number 1 today over Independence. Panthers with a 2 RBI walk-off double by senior Corey Bolkin. Came through 6-5 Panthers to win. This ball is skied right side. Collins coming in. Shallow right. She'll make the catch. The F9 right fielder fly out for out number 3. And the Warriors strand runner here in the 4th. We go to the softball from KMCH Sports.
GNB Bank Manchester, for your banking, loans, and trust, member FDIC. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Down and Walt LLC in Manchester. And Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com, simply better banking. Viafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
Boney Camp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Hit. Attaboy. Oh, you agree with me. Easy now. It's early. Back with you here from the complex as a hit to the right side off the bat of Heidi Yankovic. Here's a little squibbler bunt by Toll. And there was a little soft liner. Well, there the second baseman jumped up. Actually hit her glove or a part of her arm, and it bounded behind her as the first baseman went and picked it up. But the infield hit there by Yankovic starts off the fifth inning. Getting on base, Hawks and Warriors tied up at 1 in this game. There's strike 2, taking on the inside corner, knee high to Emily Toll.
See how close Orr is getting there at second base? She's standing about 15 feet away from home plate by the time that pitch gets there. She starts in, and then she comes in, and there's just no room on that infield.
Now they're afraid to charge in there, especially one of the 3 infielders wearing a mask. And there is a bunt attempt going down with the strikeout is Toll, as able to steal is Yankovic, so she gets to second. Toll goes down with the strikeout for out number 1, as 3 of the 4 wearing the mask. It's becoming more and more common as third baseman, first, and second baseman all have those masks on. I've never seen infield with this many wearing it, but why not? I don't blame them. As there's a ball at the end of the bat into right center field. That'll get down. Yankovic held up for a second. Now she's being waved in. She'll come in to untie this game. The Hawks lead 2-1 on the one-out stand-up RBI double by Liz Kolak.
Yeah, that's the 13th RBI of the year by Kolak. She's batting .393 on the year, so she's having a fantastic offensive season here for Coach Rave here. And big run to be scoring there, and that's that value of getting that number 9 hitter getting on base to lead off an inning.
Ashley Himes now 1 for 2 on the day. Pops this one up right side. And right fielder can't get to it. Riley went back. Not able to get there. The runner being waved around. Kolak will stand up easily. Another one out. Stand-up RBI double for the Hawks. Back-to-back variety. They have the 3-1 lead now.
Yeah, that right fielder, Dana Riley's got to just feel like the Hawks are picking on her, because that was almost carving hit of what just happened. Double just out of the reach of the right fielder, Riley. And the Hawks doing a nice job of running the bases. Kolak had to hold up just to make sure that that right fielder wasn't going to catch it. As soon as she did, got around the river very quickly and scored. Courtesy runner for Himes is Kyra Vasky out running at second base now. So Hawks an insurance run there, 3-1 lead now.
Vasky, the freshman, normal running duties, running for the catcher Himes. And thank goodness she doesn't have her eldest brother's speed, as we've mentioned before.
Oh, she's got all his in, because he ain't got any left.
And he had a
that's because she got it all. Jamie might have had someone he was about 5 or 6, and at that point it all went downhill.
5 or 6? Wow, you're giving them.
Well, I'm
years old. They went downhill fast.
I'm figuring he had some when he was little. Mom and Dad would have had a hard time keeping up with him, but not so much now.
Here's a strike to the outside corner. It's 1-1 to Morrison. This one is flown to left field, medium depth. It's going to be down in foul territory. 1-1 the count here to Haley Morrison, the senior shortstop. 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in the first. Got a hit and scored her last time in the fourth. First run of the game for the Hawks. They've scored 2 this inning. Outside, gets it off the end of the bat. That's going to go foul. Roller foul picked up by the first baseman, O'Leary. So 1 down, runner on second base in the form of Kyra Vasky. Bridget Hoffman, the first baseman on deck for the Hawks. Bruner's pitch. Swatted at, grounded left side, right on the line. Third baseman plays it, fires the first for the put out. 5-3 ground out for out number 2.
Yeah, nice base running there by Vasky. Is after the throw, she got herself over to third base. So good base running there to get herself. Maybe she can score now on a wild pitch or, anything. Things happen when you get over third base. So see if Bridget Hoffman can drive her in.
Hoffman is 0 for 2, grounded out twice, both to the third baseman in the second and fourth innings. Takes the ball up and out there. Spassky able to get over to third. She's there with 2 down. Kristen Wegman awaits on deck. There's a ball outside and downstairs for ball 2, 2-0 the count.
Good job by Ann Riley there. That was low and away and stopped a potential wild pitch with the runner third.
The 2-0 outside. A hesitation. Umpire almost
Lynch did, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Almost called it strike 1, but it goes for ball 3, 3-0 the count. I've done that a few times.
Have you?
Easy to do.
Blinched?
Mm-hmm.
Probably do that a lot when you're watching the Cubs on TV.
No, just the Dodgers. There's a strike on the outside corner above the knees for strike 1. 3-1 to count to Hoffman now.
Yeah, it's probably, they got another base hit.
Yeah. 3-1. This one lined. Ooh, nice play. Got a shortstop. That's why she's getting Division I looks there. Jessie Puck, the shortstop, diving to her right. And the line out to the shortstop ends it. The Hawks get 2 runs. They take a 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th. Hawks softball, KMCH Sports.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. New house construction and concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential projects, call Phil at 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa Telephone, your electronics connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions.
Citizens State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776. From complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
John and Bill back with you from the Beckman Sports Complex. Day 1 of the West Delaware Softball Invitational. Your format this year, it's the pool player play style instead of the bracketed format as a classic style format this year due to the O-line softball program not having a varsity team this year. So they decided to play this style and hopefully get another team and do the bracket the way it has always been next year again. But we'll wait and see when that time comes. This year it's a scheduled format, so we know who's going to play the next 2 days. Don't have to wait and see who wins and loses. There's a bouncing ball right back to Wegman on the edge of the circle. She fires over to Hoffman, and Bruner rounds out for the first out here in the 5th. 1 run for Washington. It came back in the first inning. The Hawks have scored 1 in the 4th and 2 in this top half of the 5th inning. Now in the bottom half, Jessie Puck stands in. Puck, talented shortstop, also a good pitcher for Washington, is only a sophomore. Talk about her getting some college looks. Laura's interested in her, also some Division I looks in the University of Indiana University. The Hoosiers are interested in her for her pitching skills. It's only a sophomore, but she's got their attention already. She grounds this one up the middle, and it's going to get past the diving effort of the shortstop, Haley Morrison, as it slides into center field for the 6th hit of the game for the Warriors, the 2nd hit off the bat of Jessie Puck.
And they're going to leave her out there and run. She's a great athlete, and Dana Riley's going to come up. She's been on base twice, once on an error and once on a base hit. Edco just scored in the top of the 4th inning, take a 3-2 lead on Waller.
Coming up to 12:30 games, Bettendorf and Crestwood. Starmont Stars, Coach Roger Reed and company will take on North Fayette Valley. Independence battles MFL Marmac for their 2nd game of the day. Independence got that 7th inning loss. Monticello came back and scored 2 runs in the 7th. 1-6-5. Here's a throwing here by Himes as it goes into right field as Hoffman was ready for the ball down at first. Sliding back in was Buck as Himes trying to keep attention on the runner at first, but they couldn't get it on target. So the 3rd error of the game, first since the 1st inning. This one skied right side. Second baseman Yankovic going out with her back towards center field, makes the catch. We'll put it away for out number 2.
Yeah, that's a big out. Great pitch there by Wegman, and with getting that runner over to second with 1 out. Nice job, good pitch to get Riley just to pop that. She's hit the ball hard twice earlier, so nice job of pitching there by Wegman to get her to swing at a pitch. Probably the best pitch that she wanted.
This one's popped up left side, land on the shelter here in between the Seedorf Masonry Field and Coleman Corey's field.
Great complex to come up and watch ball games up here. We'll have 4 of them going on all at one time here shortly.
That sophomore doubleheader. West Delaware against Central DeWitt starting shortly. Here is Coach Kevin Werner's team will be in action today. Hawks baseball team in action later tonight against South Tama, double dip at home. Here's a little looping liner to Morrison. Comes on and puts it away. The line out to the shortstop for out number 3. Ends the threat. 2 runners left on by Sierra Washer in the 5th. We'll go to 6. West Delaware 3, Cedar Rapids, Washington 1. Hawk softball, KMC Sports.
Tribet Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at tribetinc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercials, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
GNB Bank Manchester for your banking, loans, and trust. Member FDIC. Beavers Lounge. Leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Don & Walt LLC in Manchester. And Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com. Simply better banking. Beafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
John and Bill back with you from the West Delaware softball invite. Megan Collins, the #2 hitter, standing in here in this inning as a little pop-up by Wegman, retired there. Now Collins stands in and is hit in the left leg. She hustles down to first base and is on base for the 2nd time in this game after an infield hit in the 2nd.
2nd time of the year that the Hawks, Megan Collins, has been hit by a pitch, but whatever it takes to get yourself on base.
Angle squaring to bunt, could not blow it back in time as it goes over the bat into the backstop as the catcher Riley chases that one down.
Best of both worlds right there. As the runner got the 2nd, so she did her job, but she's still in the batter's box, so now she can actually hopefully get her over to 3rd here now.
0-1 the count to Mangold. One away here.
Puts the pressure on that 3rd baseman. If she decides to put a bunt down that 3rd baseman, she's going to have to make a decision to come in and either make a play on that ball or sit back and expect your pitcher, Paige Bruner.
Counts even 1-1 up and inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count with 1 down. Runner on 2nd. Hawks with the lead, 3-1 here. We're in the top of the sixth inning as the Hawks, the visiting team, via the coin flip here in game one today. There's a bounding ball off the bat on a bunt, and we strike two for Mangold, and 2-2 count, I should say.
Yeah, I was able to get that bunt down. She looked down and got signals from Coach Rave on that, and scored around, but didn't keep that bat probably as level as she should have, and fouled it back, so now hopes she can get a base hit.
2-2, swung on and missed. Right down the pipe, just could not get a piece of that one. So the swinging strikeout there for the second out. Fifth strikeout total for the Hawks offense, a third swinging variety. An update on that Edco game, Billy.
Edco is taking the lead in the top of the fourth inning. They scored 3 to go ahead 5-2 over Waller. They just flat out to end. There's half of the fourth inning, so Waller will be coming up trailing by 3.
Ball outside there, missing the zone. 1-1 to count to number 9 hitter Heidi Yankovic, the second baseman. We'll see Edco later on today against West Delaware in the 4 o'clock matchup. We'll have Maquoketa Valley against Dubuque Wahlert at around 5:45 this evening. There's a strike in the inside corner, thigh high. I believe it's, see the county flash there? Still 1-1. We had a strike.
I did too.
Yankovic ready. Puts this up in the air, left side, coming on center fielder, shallow center, blocking that sun with her offhand, and able to haul it in. The fly out to the center fielder for out number 3. Hawks strand a runner, still lead 3-1. Bottom of the 6th we go. Hawks softball, KMCH Sports.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes and their communities.
Boneycamp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester's Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repairs and models.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. New house construction and concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential project, 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa telephone connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Growth Solutions.
Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Bryan, Vienna, member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776. From complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
John and Bill, back with you. 789, Olaire, and Peterson. The first Olaire, Erica, lines out to the second baseman, Yankovic, that time. For 1 out, here's a quick grounder left side. It's Nicole Gunner up and over for out number 2. 5-3 put out for the second out. Read my writing.
Well, I didn't see it. I was watching what happened over here this time, and it's one of those things where don't see that very often. What just happened, and I watched the thing over there and I missed a play over here.
Katie Peterson stands in, number 9 batter. Had a sacrifice bunt out her last time up. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
This is Emily Oler batting.
You get out of order there. I'm off the batter, huh?
Yes.
There's a little chopper right back to the edge of the circle. Wegman will throw over to first for the putout. 1-2-3. Go the Warriors here in the 6th. We're moving along now to the 7th we go. 3-1 on softball, KMCH Sports.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Trivett Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at trivettinc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
GNB Bank Manchester, for your banking, loans, and trusts, member FDIC. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Down and Walt LLC in Manchester. And Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com, simply better banking. Viafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their number one priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes and their communities.
Bonecamp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. Newhouse Construction and Concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential projects, call Phil at 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa Telephone, your electronics connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkitten, and New Vienna, member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776, from complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Trivett Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at trivettinc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
GNB Bank Manchester, for your banking, loans, and trusts, member FDIC. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Down and Walt LLC in Manchester. And Lucky Building Service in Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com, simply better banking. Viafield, growing opportunity, serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. And Community Savings Bank, locations in Manchester, Edgewood, Greeley, Dyersville, Earlville, Cedar Rapids, and Robbins, member FDIC.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, partners in excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester CarQuest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical, fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. And Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
John and Bill back with you from the Beckman Sports Complex here in Manchester. Hawks increased their lead to 4-1. Apologize for the technical difficulties here as we started that 7th inning. Top of the 7th, the Hawks were able to score 1 run as 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Emily Toll got on with the infield hit. She was thrown out on second base after the fielder's choice on the ball hit by Liz Kolak to the second baseman. Kolak then came around to score as Ashley Himes had an infield hit. A 6-3 ground out by Haley Morrison, a line out by Hoffman. Help me here, Bill. Kolak scored on the ground out by Morrison. So Morrison RBI. Yeah. First RBI of the day for Haley Morrison as the Hawks come back in the field here, bottom of the 7th, and close this game out here, getting 3 outs before Waller can get 3 or more runs. 4-1, Hawks have the lead as Cedar Rapids, Washington, I should say, as Washington jumped on the scoreboard first. Their only run came back in the first inning. Hawks scored 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 more in the 7th. As we're in the last of the 7th now, as this game, an hour and 20 minutes old. As a strike there to the number 9 batter, Katie Peterson. 9-1-2, Peterson, Riley, and Brunner. And ball there, 1-1 the count. Peterson got a sacrifice her last time up in the 4th. Pops out to the first baseman in the 2nd. The ball there, 2-1 the count. Enko still leading Dubuque Wahlert 7-2. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning in that game. Enko looking for their, both teams, I should say, looking for their 2nd win of the year. In a tough season for both of them so far. Enko at 1-21 and Dubuque Wahlert at 1-22.
And Edco, from what I've seen over there, peeking out every once in a while, Edco's doing a nice job of hitting the ball over there today against Wahlert. So exciting time for Edco.
There is a ground ball left side. Morrison comes up and sends it over to first for the ground out, put out 6-3 variety for round number 1.
Good way to start the bottom of the 7th inning is get that leadoff base runner, especially your number 9 hitter. Don't let them on base and set the table for that top of the order. As Dan Riley is going to step in now. She's 1 for 3. Singled and scored the only run of the game for Washington in the bottom of that 1st inning.
There's a ball downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Here with 1 down. And this bottom of the 7th inning. Hawks trying to get their 13th win of the season and the first win in the tournament here. 3 more games to go. There's a strike taken, 1-1 the count. Hawks will play Edco at 4 o'clock later on today. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. against Dubuque Wahlert. 2:15 tomorrow afternoon. Those are the scheduled slated times tomorrow afternoon against Maquoketa Valley. We'll have all those, of course, on the air. There's a ball popped up and out of play right side. And that's going to go on the baseball field and goes all the way in the field of play as time is called by the home plate umpire, Kevin Barnes. My usual partner. I was supposed to work that game today, but when the schedule changed, I decided I wouldn't be able to fit that one in.
Really?
There's a ball outside. We're ball
to work up here in the air-conditioned comfort rather than down there umpiring and sweat.
You know it. 2-2 the count.
Well, good for you.
with one down. There's a strike. Came right in there above the knee. Strike two. Wegman has another strikeout. That's the fifth strikeout of the game. The third backwards K. 6. I missed another one, didn't I? You got 6?
I got 6.
And there's a ball to Peyton Brennan now standing in. Reached on an error first time, struck out swinging, grounded out her last time up in the 5th. 1-0 the count. Make that 2 balls and no strikes now. Here with 2 down to the bottom of the 7th. 4-1. Favor of the Hawks. Ball misses there for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now. Ritter. One of the juniors, 3 juniors on the team, takes a strike there. It counts 3-1. 2 away. Coach Tiffany Rave in her first season, 5 years overall. 118 and 57 coming into 120 and 57 coming into today. As there is a base on balls taken by Brunner as she gets down to first base and brings up Jesse Puck now, who's 2 for 3. 2 hits and a backwards K. Ball misses upstairs. The ball 1-0 the count. Still 7-2 in the 5th inning. Edco leading Dubuque Waller. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. And it's 1-1.
Grounds crew down here got all their equipment in hand ready to go. Get this diamond ready for the 3rd game of the day.
There's a bouncing ball. Morrison able to get to it. Fires.
Great play.
A little toss, I should say, to second for the force out. Beautiful athletic play there by Morrison. And the Hawks win this game 1 of the tournament as the Hawks improve to 13-9 on the year with the 4-1 victory over Cedar Rapids, Washington. The Warriors drop to 6-9. We'll take a quick break, come back, and we will figure up the totals here and wrap it up. For now, when we come back, sending on to the noon report. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Boneley-Camp Murdoch Funeral Homes and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports for all of your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, where your vision is their primary focus. 24-hour total fitness, all levels, all ages. New house construction and concrete. For your commercial, ag, and residential projects, call Phil at 563-927-5178. Northeast Iowa Telephone, your electronics connection in Manchester. Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions.
Citizens State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse in Manchester. Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. And Greenworks Landscaping, 563-920-3776. From complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home. Edgewood Reminder, locally owned, community involved. F&M Bank, the right choice, serving Manchester, Cedar Rapids, and Anamosa, member FDIC, and the Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Tribet Associates in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at tribetinc.com. Talkie Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. Hartridge Golf Course. Great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. And Krager Body Shop for all your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville.
Above and beyond healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus. Long-term medical supply, your local medical equipment choice. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
prepared insurance, or Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Eastern Iowa shopping news and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. And the Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game.
John and Bill back with you one final time here this early afternoon. We'll greet you on the airwaves again around 4 o'clock as the Hawks will take on Edkill. They get the Game 1 win today over Cedar Rapids, Washington. The Warriors now 6-9. The Hawks improved to 13-9 on the season in this game that took 1 hour and 26 minutes. The totals here for Cedar Rapids, Washington: 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, 9 runners left on base, 6 strikeouts against Kristen Wegman, 3 swinging, 3 looking, 1 free pass issued by the junior pitcher, 1 walk. As West Delaware had 4 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors, 7 runners left on, 1 each inning, 5 strikeouts, 3 swinging, 2 looking, no walks, and 1 hit batter. Again, 1 hour and 26 minutes this game here. The Hawks improved to 13-9 with the 4-1 victory. As an update, Edco still beating Dubuque Wahlert 7-3. Game's in the top of the 6th inning. About ready to get started here. Another 25 minutes or so. Pendorf and Crestwood. Starmont in action for the first time today. Coach Reed and company will take on North Fayette Valley, and Independence back in action for their second game as they'll take on MFL Marmac. We'll keep you updated here in the next few hours before we reach you back on the air at 4 o'clock for West Delaware taking on Edco. We'll keep an eye on Starmont and Williamsburg. They'll be playing at the same time as we'll give you updates of the 2:15 games as Northland will battle East Buchanan, Maquoketa Valley against Cedar Rapids, Washington, and Monticello goes against Crestwood. We'll have updates from all those games throughout the afternoon. That does it here for our coverage for now. Bill, your final thoughts here for Game 1.
Well, I would just say great pitching performance there by Kristen Wegman. She did an outstanding job today. Didn't give up a walk till 1 out left in the game. So fantastic job by Kristen. Some good timely hitting. Got some runs in when they needed to, so good job offensively by the Hawks. And those game times, one thing I tell you, if you're coming up later listening, or even us on the radio listening, be prepared for these games to be getting started a little bit earlier than what their scheduled time frames are.
And we're moving quickly.
They're going ahead of time, and I don't think that they'll sit there and wait half hour, 45 minutes for a game to start. So if you're coming up for the 2:15 game, or if you're coming up for the 3:30 game, that stuff, be up here a half hour.
We found that with the West Delaware game where they waited a half hour, but 37 minutes was the limit. They wanted to get going. They didn't want to wait the full 45. So, be prepared and prepared to come a little early, and we will try to let you know how things are running here throughout the afternoon, and we will take it back here this afternoon for the West Delaware Edco game. That does it for now. We'll send it back to the studio for the noon report. John and Bill saying so long for the Beckman Sports Complex. This is the West Delaware Softball Invitational from KMCH Sports.
Mix 94.7 KMCH Manchester. It is 12:08, sunshine, 77 degrees. Time now for CBS News.
CBS News. I'm Steve Kaif. In a court hearing about an hour away for the 21-year-old man accused in the Charleston